All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. So a lot of people have been sending me a message about this Instagram post that Frank Zane made a couple days ago. So actually, I didn't even know that Frank Zane had an Instagram account, but I did find this post very interesting. So I'll get to that in a minute. So basically, the post was referencing the 1980 Mr. Olympia competition. So a lot of people in the bodybuilding community consider the 1980 Mr. Olympia to be the most controversial Olympia of all time in terms of placings. I actually have an entire video detailing what happened in the 1980 Mr. Olympia, so I'll put a link to that in the description box below. But I will briefly summarize that year's Olympia for the purposes of this video. So 1980 was the year that Arnold Schwarzenegger would come out of retirement to compete in the Olympia again. I believe it was about 5 years that he had been retired. And the interesting thing is, in those 5 years that he was not competing, he was actually a promoter of the Olympia. So before making his comeback, he was actually working with the judges and working with the promoters of the show. And Arnold himself was a promoter of the Olympia, and he became really tight with Joe Weider and all those guys in promoting the Olympia. So that was kind of the controversy, that Arnold would come back and win after being a promoter of the show itself. So that was kind of a sketchy circumstance, Arnold coming back after being a promoter. So let me read you guys the placings of the 1980 Mr. Olympia. So Arnold Schwarzenegger won the show. Chris Dickerson got second place. Frank Zane got third place. Boyer Coe got fourth. Mike Mentzer got fifth. And Roger Walker got sixth place. So here's the reason why I find this Instagram post by Frank Zane very interesting. So Frank Zane was one of the guys that was the most upset by the placings at this year's Olympia. So he actually went backstage and threw his trophy against the wall and left the show. That's how upset he was at the placing of the 1980 Olympia. And he was so pissed off about it that him, Boyer Coe, Mike Mentzer, and Roger Walker all boycotted the next year's Olympia in 1981 and did not show up. So that's how mad Frank Zane was about the placings of the 1980 Mr. Olympia. It's important to remember that at this point in time, Frank Zane was already a three-time Mr. Olympia, so I'm sure he expected to win or place much higher than third in the 1980 Mr. Olympia. So many people argue that 1980 was Arnold's worst year, the worst physique that he ever brought, and he only trained for a couple weeks going into that show because he was currently filming for Conan. So a lot of people were disappointed with the package that Arnold brought. So that brings me back to the original Instagram post by Frank Zane. So in this Instagram post, Frank Zane posts a picture of him and Arnold on stage at the 1980 Olympia. He captions it, "Mr. Olympia 1980, I congratulate on a victory of my friend." Then he tags Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he also hashtags Arnold Schwarzenegger as well. So my question to you guys is he still firing shots at Arnold? Is he being bitter still about the 1980 Mr. Olympia? Do you think he's still upset about it? Or I've heard that him and Arnold have became friends since the 1980 Mr. Olympia. And I've seen that Frank Zane always has a booth at the Arnold Classic in Columbus, Ohio. So maybe is he just busting Arnold's balls? Do you think he's just messing with him and being sarcastic and they're friends and he's just laughing about it? And he's still not really being sincere about the congratulations? Or do you think they are friends and he's trying to bury the hatchet with this Instagram post? So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think he's firing shots, or do you think he's just trying to bury the hatchet and be, pretty sincere about the Instagram post? So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.